In this experiment, I took a hot cup of tea that was at about 175 degrees Fahrenheit and then let it sit for an hour, which usually represents the amount of time it takes for me to realize that I forgot about the tea or coffee and grab it and finish drinking it or try to heat it back up again, and see how long it would take for the drink warmer to heat the liquid back up. And in this case, it was about 8 ounces of liquid. And so what I was trying to do here is heat it up to a temperature that I had previously experimented with. And for me, for coffee and tea, that's about 120 to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. So that was my target. And that to me, is a pretty good reference point here. So here it is set up. It started off at about 83 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll just go around and describe what's going on screen here. In the upper right corner, we have the amp probe and its thermistor, which is inside the cup and is measuring the actual liquid temperature close to the top, which is it's showing 99 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's off by about 10 degrees Fahrenheit. In the lower right, we got a counter that's counting up the amount of time. And in the middle is the drink warmer, and it's showing what the temperature is under its hot plate. And on the left is the kilowatt meter, which is showing how much power is going from the power supply into the drink warmer. So here the FLIR is measuring 3 different spots, the lower part of the mug and the upper part of the mug. And I realize now that it doesn't need to actually measure the upper part of the mug because it's only half full. And then I have a specific point that is always on the hot plate as well as the hot point or hot spot. So we're at about 13 minutes here, and already we've gone from about 87 degrees Fahrenheit to about 90 or 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, this is about 8 ounces of liquid. Coming up on 17 minutes here, and the amp probe is showing 107 degrees Fahrenheit in the liquid. The drink warmer is showing about 143 degrees on the hot plate center. Take a look at the teardown video to kind of get an idea of where that temperature sensor actually is located. It's a pretty cool video. And the thermal imaging camera is showing that everything is pretty much slowly rising and is hovering around between 100 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Getting closer here now as we're approaching almost 120 degrees Fahrenheit on the amp probe, again off by 10 degrees. The drink warmer is showing 150 degrees, and the FLIR keeps showing that temperature rising. Obviously there was a pretty big gradient toward the top of the cup because there's no liquid there. So we're hitting 130. I think I come in here to check it with the infrared thermometer to see how close it actually is. And then I stopped the test because we're pretty close to 125. There we go, 127, 125. And that's pretty much what I was looking for. 126, 127. And while not fast, it took it about 30 minutes to heat the tea from about 87 degrees Fahrenheit to 130 degrees Fahrenheit using about 28 watts. So it's definitely possible to warm drinks back up from elevated room temperature back to something that's warm and enjoyable to drink. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.